This is update number 7 to my N-scale layout. I was able to purchase 4 on-off switches and install them underneath the layout. However, due to the design of the microengineering turnouts, I found that I did in fact not create 4 separate blocks. I was able to create one small block, so now I have one small block and one large block, or possibly 2 large blocks. I'm going to have to take another look at the electrical. It may be possible that I can move some of those switches and create a few more blocks, but it's possible that that would require adding a lot more drops, and I'm not about to do that, so I may just live with it. Electrical is probably my least favorite thing to do on the layout. Other than that, I was able to move some sections of track. You can see here the 2 holes are where the track used to be, and the track's moved over here about 1 inch, and that did give me a little more space, so I may be able to put the passenger station and the freight house side by side in this space here, which would give me a little space there to put another small facility of some type. On the other side of the layout, I did move this track very minimally, about 1/2 inch. I debated not doing that because the movement was so small, but then I decided that since I was here anyway, it would be easier to do it now and much more difficult to do it later, so I went ahead and did it. I'm not sure if that's going to make much of a difference, but it wasn't that hard to do, and it's done. In spite of moving those tracks, that did not completely solve my problem. I have a switch here, and I'm going to do a demonstration with a couple of my larger locomotives so you can see what the problem is. This is, I think, probably one of my biggest locomotives. And that's the problem. I've looked at that layout, that turnout, and I put a caliper on it, and it's not crimped anywhere, and I filed any place where I thought there might be a blob of solder that was in the way, and I also checked there aren't really any low spots on the turnout, so I'm not sure exactly what the problem is. I'll show you. Here's another one of my larger locomotives, and that one makes it around. So some of them will make it and some of them will not. I have ordered another turnout for that spot. I just given up on this one. I think it's not a great design. Unfortunately, that turnout is on back order, so I won't really be able to do much until that comes in. So what I've done in the meantime, while I'm waiting for that turnout and some other supplies, I've done some more work on scenicking on this end of the layout. As you can see, I've added a couple more roads here, and done some more, put in some more grass and some more mud and dirt, filled that in a little bit. So this side of the layout is coming along fairly nicely. The other thing that I've been working on, I'll show you here, is the oil facility, and I found this picture of an oil facility on the internet, so I'm looking to do something that kind of resembles that. It won't be exactly the same, but it'll be somewhat similar. I'm taking my ideas from this. So as you can see over here, I did manage to build a vertical storage tank that's new. The paint on that really didn't come out that good. I'm not sure if the paint was old or if it was too cold in the garage when I painted it. So I'm probably going to redo that or do another one at some point, see if I can improve the look of that a little bit. Other than that, as you can see, I've been working on this storage unit. I have completed the concrete supports underneath for the 3 tanks, and I've done a little bit of work on the tanks. You can see that I still have quite a bit of work to go on them. And then I've also done some work on the office for the facility. If the roof looks a little crooked, it's because it's not glued on. I still have to put some glass in the windows and add some more details to the outside of that shed, but it's coming along fairly nicely. I can't really do much work on this end of the layout because if I install that new switch, I will have to possibly move some of the track a little bit. So until I decide what needs to be done there, I can't really do a whole lot. So my work will be limited to this side of the layout over here. There are a few other things I can do. I did get some new ink for my printer, so I can make a sign for the repair and sale unit for the equipment, and I can also make a sign for my cement plant. So that'll be a few other little details that I can add. Other than that, my big project for next week will probably be continuing to work on the oil facility.